This is going to be the Aquarius reading. So anyone with prominent Aquarius placements in your birth chart, thank you so much for being here. We are mid-September, so what I'm going to do is read for the next 4 weeks. So this reading will bleed into the first half of October for you guys. So you just want to see what's coming through for you as it relates to your personal energy for the next 4 weeks. Anything that's coming through in the environment, and then we'll get some details. So sorry I'm late in your September reading, but hopefully you still are able to gain some insight and perspective into your current situation, some direction, some clarity, validation, something like that. And if you do get anything out of today's reading, please remember to like the video, press the little thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. Also, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you there. All right, so let's see which group of Aquarius I'm reading for today. Let's open up the channel, sit into the energy, take a few breaths. Aquarius, what is coming through? There's your card, Star card. I feel like some of you are closing things out right now, or within the next 4 weeks. I don't know what that looks like, but you are closing things out, putting a stamp on something, ending something, finalizing something. Something is coming to completion during this time for you. It could be during this time frame, or it could also be, I'm also feeling for some of you, it's like you're using the rest of this year or something like that to finish certain things that you know you don't want in your future or something, like using the rest of the year to close things out, so that way starting next year you're planning to be in another timeline, doing something new in a new environment, or like you're looking forward to the future but you're not there yet. So, and you know that, like you have this plan, you have this goal, and you're using this time to end some things and close some things out. That's what it feels like, which is only fitting. As you know, I'm sure if you follow the astrology tarot community, soon enough Pluto will be in Aquarius for good, right? And so that is going to be a whole new era of your life. The next 20 years is going to look very different from how your life has looked up until this time. So I understand, maybe subconsciously or even consciously, some of you may be preparing for this time to come. So that way you can be ready and prepared to start the, I guess, new life or the new era that you're coming into. All right, so let's see what's coming through in your personal energy for the group of Aquarius that I'm reading for today, please. Hope everyone is doing well. Again, thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed today's reading. Aquarius, what is coming through in your personal energy for the next 4 weeks? Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's action here with the Knights. Contemplation with the Knight of Pentacles. Wanting to do the smart things and make the smart moves for the sake of your future or stability, security. Being very practical in your approach and the decisions that you are making at this time. I think that for this group that I'm picking up on, you are ready to feel, you are ready to open your heart and sort of be in this state of love. All right, so I don't know if this is like love for yourself. I am picking up on a group of Aquarius who are making conscious, practical decisions toward a love affair, or toward being open to receiving love. Or if you have been single for a good while, or your previous relationship was not ideal, something like that, like you're sort of seeing things from a different perspective. You do want better for your life, right? You're making smart moves. Like I said, you're closing things out. You're taking your time with it as well. You're being really smart. You're not being really spontaneous at this time. But there is an element of oh my God, my words, I'm so sorry. There's an element of love coming through, okay? Like you want to feel, you want to connect, you want to feel in love or meet somebody that you're really excited about. And yeah, and so part of these decisions that you're making is like in preparation, so you can be ready to attract a healthy person, a healthy relationship, and doing things in a way that is different from how you've done them before. So it's like, if I accept and am open to the possibility of a relationship or a potential lover, I want to make sure that I am approaching it in a practical way, in a smart way. I want to make sure that the rest of my life is sort of taken care of. So when this thing comes in, it's not going to disturb anything else, right? And so it's a very logical approach to this. It's a very conscious approach to it as well. Some of you may be going toward another, but using this same approach. Some of you may have a potential, person in mind, like a crush or somebody that you like or something like that. But it's like, what do I have to offer? Like, what can I give them? Or where's my value coming from? Or what can I bring to the table? There's an element of planting seeds. So going back, again, some of you may definitely have someone in mind. You want to approach them and you're doing it from a practical perspective and you want to show them your value and what you can bring to the table. Others of you may not be in a relationship right now, or may not be, like up until this point, you have been closed to the idea of relationship, but now it's something that you're flirting with. The idea of relationship and love is like, okay, well, maybe I am ready. And so you're approaching it from a practical perspective, in a practical way. And you are doing things to plant the seed, so that way this potential relationship or this idea of one can grow and manifest into something, into your reality. All right. But yeah, overall, I mean, there's just an element of being smart, making good decisions, seeing like whatever you're doing is for the long haul. Whatever you're doing is for your future. Is it going to gain you any results? Is it a good investment? Is it a good idea? How is this going, if I make this move today, how is it going to look, right? Like 6 months from now, a year from now? Is it going to get me anything? Am I going to get results? Is it going to grow? If it's not, then you're not going to put your time and effort into it. And that could be anything. But for some of you, it is definitely directed toward a person and a relationship. You want to make sure that if you put your heart into this person and this relationship and your effort and your time, that it is going to grow. Can you see this person in your life? Is this a practical thing? Practicality is something that you are like, is the underlining, like, it's what's going to make or break a choice or decision, right? Like, if you have options or if you have choices, you're going to go with the practical one. That's like where your head is right now. All right. What is in the environment for the Aquarius? Got death, the Hermit. Definitely, like I said, closing things out, doing it in a quiet way, coming from a place of wisdom. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, something's going to happen fast, whatever this is. Next 4 weeks in your environment, there's definitely a completion. I don't want to scare anybody. I think that for whoever this reading is for, you already know that something's coming to an end. All right, so you shouldn't be too alarmed. But if you've already been working on something coming to an end, or you anticipate it coming or whatever, the next 4 weeks, done. It's done. It's time for that new era with the world here. Closing out the entire book, not just a chapter, but you're done with the whole book. You're starting a new book. So things are going to be different, right? Best advice for you is do not expect the next era to be the same as the previous one. You got to be open. You got to be open and flow with it to get situated and get comfortable in this. And it's not going to be overnight. It's going to take a long time, right? Because again, going back to the astrology with Pluto going into your sign, that's going to be like the next 20 years that Pluto will be in Aquarius, which is great. It's beautiful, transformative energy for you. And if you utilize this energy properly and effectively, you can get so far, because Pluto comes with power, right? Pluto wants to destroy in order to regenerate, but regenerate into something better. And with the power influence that Pluto comes with, there's no settling, right? Like, it's not satisfied unless it's the best, unless it takes over, you know, and is on top, is in control. So if you utilize this energy, right, the next couple of years, I would say, I mean, it would be in your best interest to be open to the changes that are coming. And I understand with your type of energy, for some of you, change is not the best. But again, I think that for this group, you've been anticipating this already. So hopefully you are already doing something as it relates to your emotional stability, your mental stability, your nervous system, creating habits and structures and routines to help you maintain a sort of equilibrium and bliss and calm and peace throughout your times when change happens, because change is definitely coming. And you may see a little glimpse of the type of change that is going to come in the next 4 weeks. You may have an idea about what that looks like. So just have faith and trust that the process is going to play itself out. And as long as you come from a place of wisdom and experience and higher thinking, and not get caught up into the neurosis, the neurotic behaviors that an Aquarius can exude and feel when they are going through a death rebirth moment, then I think you'll be all right. But in your environment, the next 4 weeks, there's a lot. There's big energy. There's impacting. This energy will impact your reality in some way. Okay? And it may not feel the best. It may not feel like this is the time of your year or the time of your life where things are flowing and you're having a good time and you're having fun, whatever the case. Like, it just feels, especially for this reading, for the time frame that I am targeting, it's going to feel, you're going to feel a shakeup. So it's best to stay quiet, stay to yourself. There's no need to overspeak. There's no need to overthink. There's no need to do things right now. Right now, it's about staying still, staying calm, while the universe sort of carries you into the next phase. If you're resisting and you're trying to get out of that, you're going to create chaos, and it's not going to feel good. Right now, it's just quiet, stillness. Reflect on the change and how you have changed and how much you have overcome and what has gotten you to this point. So that way you can see what you need, the behaviors, the habits, the thought process, the belief systems, the paradigm shifts, like whatever it is, you need to tweak and you need to change so you can be ready for the next phase. Do not come with your previous thought process of whatever, you know, life you've had before that worked for you then. Like, there's certain thought and belief systems that you've had that probably will not suit you with this new phase of life. Okay. And I want to say it has to do with control. So if you are a controlling type of person, you want to control every detail or whatever, like, here is where you're going to get to practice how to let go and allow and have faith and receive, instead of control everything and in a sense you are being defiant or restricting possibility and opportunity. The advice here is, if you want a smoother death rebirth process, a completion process, then the advice here is to have trust, faith, flow with it, and allow the universe to carry you into the next level. And don't resist it, right? Okay? Anyway, I'm repeating myself. All right. Let's see what's coming through in, or what. We are going to break down the next 4 weeks. See what's coming through in the beginning, middle, then end of the 4 weeks. What to anticipate, what to be prepared for, any additional details, people, situations, circumstances may come through in this part of the reading. What is coming through for the Aquarius group that I'm picking up on today, that I'm reading for today, please? Queen of Swords, beautiful. Stay detached, stay clear-minded, logical, going back to that practical. The Emperor, Seven of Cups. You have options here. And the Knight of Wands. This is really good energy. I mean, it seems as though you are coming, like, there's strength, there's autonomy, there's also a sense of you are directing the show here. You're doing it very quietly, very smart, precise. The moves you are making are clean and clear and precise, right? Like, really sharp with the Queen of Swords. In the beginning of the 4 weeks, like the first, I don't know, 7 days, 14 days, something like that, you may be dealing with the work situation or someone in authority that is sort of, there's illusion here a little bit. Like, you don't know where you stand with this person. You don't know where you stand in your career or work situation. You're trying to stay clear and logical as best as you can. You're trying to communicate that way as well. The moves you are making are that way as well. But I don't know, there's something about this Emperor that whoever it is that you feel is directing the show has some authority, has some say-so over a situation. I feel like you're trying to get away and do the opposite of what they want. I don't know if they necessarily have the idea that you feel this way, that you are going and doing the opposite, but it is creating illusion. It's creating a little mess. Like, one person is doing their own thing in a very quiet way where no one knows. The other person thinks that they are directing the show, that they are telling this person what to do or whatever, but there's something that this Queen of Swords is doing that no one knows about, and it may create the outer environment, like the details of things or whatever, to elude someone and confuse someone as well. Yeah, there's confusion here. And then this Knight energy comes through that is very like quick and impulsive. I don't feel you coming through quick and impulsive. It's like you're going down a straight line, and if this is you, all of a sudden you just take a turn or you fall off the wagon altogether. And it leaves confusion. It's like, what happened? Right? Like somebody is left with whatever this person left them with. Right? Like they just disappeared, it seems like. And then, you know, somebody else is like, what is this? Like, what do I do with all this that's left over? You know, like I had no idea this was happening, something like that. We'll get some more details when I pull the clarifiers. There's something that you will be very passionate and excited about. It is going to, as soon as you hear about this thing or see this thing, you're going to make a move. And it will be a last minute type of move. But it's going to ignite your fire. It's going to motivate you. You are going to start to feel passionate again. What is coming through middle of the next 4 weeks, please, for the Aquarius? There's truth coming through here with the Ace of Swords. Ooh, beautiful. You have the Star, your card. Decision with the Two of Wands. And the Devil. Okay. Well, you're following what you want. You're following your hope, your wishes, your dreams. You're trying to manifest. You're trying to make your dream come true. You've decided, like, I have a vision of what I want next. Something happens that just clicks. Like you are all of a sudden passionate about this vision, about this path. Maybe you were trying to create a path, right? And you were like trying to be really practical and figuring something out. What is the best approach? What is the best way to do it? You know, the choices and the decisions that you were making were for the sake of creating a pathway to get somewhere. But maybe you didn't have like the total vision of where you wanted it to go or what you wanted it to look like, but you knew you had to go. You knew you had to do something. And something happens in the beginning of the month, of this next 4 week time frame, and it's just like, I got it. Like there's a spark, there's an idea, and it's just like, yes, like that's the thing. That's where I want to go. That's where I need to be, or that's where I need to create, something like that. And so by the middle of this time, you've made your decision. Like you're starting to get more and more and more excited about it. More details are coming through. So you know how to build this thing or how to create this thing. And you're very clear. I love the Queen on top of this Ace here. This is truth. This is alignment. There is no swaying you back and forth at this point. Like you got it, you've held on to it, and it's just like, this is this thing. This is what I want. I'm going to get it. I'm going to do what I need to do. And with the Aquarius nature of the obsessive compulsive disorder of like, I will get what I want at all costs. It's all you're going to think about. There's that Death card again. The Hanged Man. You have big cards this month, Aquarius. A lot of face cards coming through. King of Wands. A lot of readings had the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands as well. So people are starting to become passionate about what they want again. Bring some life into the life. What is this? 5 of Wands. By the end of the 4-week time frame. Something closes, something's done with. And again, ride the wave. All right, the Hermit, the Hanged Man here, very quiet. Even Death is very quiet. Queen of Voices, quiet. Ride it, ride the wave, flow with it. By the end of the next 4 weeks, the opportunity comes for this death rebirth. The thing is done. The thing is over, like indefinitely. There will be a moment of halt, a moment of stop. You will feel for a few days that things are not moving. You will feel a little agitated and maybe have some anxiety, because you probably started the 4 weeks and you were on the go, on the move. You had a really good idea, a really good plan. You were paving the way, making smart moves, super obsessive about this situation. And then all of a sudden there's a stoppage. All right. And this stopping point is like, I'm going to use the NASCAR example of the cars having to like stop to get their tires fixed, or what do they do? I don't know what they do, but I know that they stop at some point so they can go again. So it's that type of concept of, you know, like when you are on a path and you're going and going or whatever, there are always moments where you need to stop and recharge, stop and reflect, even stop and change course, or, you know, with the 7 of Pentacles here, reevaluate certain things, right? Like tend to your creation that you are doing, the path that you're going on. Make sure that there's no junk in the path. Make sure that it's clean and clear and ready to go. So there is a stopping point here. You are going to feel like you are not, there's no moves. You can't make a move, but it's for the sake of transforming. All right. There might be something that you are bringing with you to this next era, this next phase, that is not meant to come with you. And at this point, the universe is like, hold on, like you're going back to this old way, some of these old behaviors that you have, and they may have worked for you in the past, but that's not going to work here. It's not the same as before. You need to reevaluate some of that and let some of that go. With the Hanged Man, you're suspended. You are not moving. And it's for the sake of reflection. You have to see a situation from a different perspective. And during this time, it's going to feel ugly. During this, like the death rebirth is I mean, I love it personally. It's very powerful. This is Pluto coming through here at this point. But like, some people can't, don't like that. Don't like to destroy, to rebuild, right? Like this is big, major change. It's a whole, like, when you're going through it, your nervous system is in shock, you know, because there's a lot of unknown, or there's a lot of like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. Like, there's uncertainty. Why is this happening? How come, you know, I can't get this moving? How come I can't get this going? Whatever. And we're so caught up in the matrix, and we're caught up in this 3D world that it's just like, we think that a outer thing is to blame, or, you know, to be responsible for this moment. But if you think of it from a bigger picture, an energetic picture, energetically, it's necessary for this to happen. So again, the big advice, right? Just flow. Be open with this change. Don't resist. Allow the universe again to just carry you from one place to the next. Even if it's not going to feel good, at least consciously, if you heard this part of the reading, you know that it's an energetic thing. It's for the sake of, it's part of the process. It's part of the plan. It won't last forever. Those moments never do, right? The death rebirth process is not a forever process. You may go through several death rebirths in your lifetime, but you're not constantly in a death rebirth moment, right? The pendulum swings, you know, you go from one end of the spectrum to the next. This is the middle part of that. So if you are clear and conscious about this moment, take advantage of it. Change what needs to be changed. Let go of the shit. Probably a mental belief systems or behaviors that you have that are not suited for where you're going. Take advantage of that moment. Try not to get too caught up in the scariness of it or the fear of it, because there's nothing to be fearful about. After that, things start moving again, especially with this King of Wands here. The Wands is the fire element. Fire comes with action. Fire comes with movement. But you have the Five of Wands, which is telling me that there may be some like different situations in your life at this time that are not aligned, that are not on the same page. And you may feel like you are being pulled in different directions. There may also be people who are not on the same page, who are just sort of making things a little bit worse or making it harder than it has to be. So you have to like really be smart about who is involved in the things that you're doing. I would advise that you go solo. Yes, you have your family, you have, you know, maybe your employees or coworkers, like, I don't know. Like, of course we have people in our environment, but when it comes to this thing, don't involve anybody in it. It's yours and only yours. You start to involve people, you start to talk to people about it or want to bring people in on it or whatever the case is, you're going to create mess. And with this card coming out, it's already saying that that is going to happen if you do that. All right. So just be careful about that. Be there for your people as much as you can. But whatever this thing is that you're trying to create, wherever you're trying to go, this one thing that is, it seems super big. It's yours, only yours. You're the only one responsible for it. You're the only one that can do it. Let go of the attachment to other people. Let go of the codependency that you need somebody there to motivate you and push you and, you know, do the things. Right now, this is about you and your strength and how much you can do and how powerful you are. This is how you're testing yourself right now. This process is yours, just yours. And I don't know why I'm getting passionate about it, but I'm like, for real, like this. Using other people, having other people in your in this process is not the, like, if you do that, you're missing the point. Okay, let's go into the details and get the clarifiers. All right, what is this Queen of Swords, please? What is she doing? What is she working on? Yeah, she's looking for her path, her light. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, this is the point, right? Like, you want happiness, you want blessing, you want your life to just be good, right? Like, maybe you're in a situation starting off this time frame where it's like things are not going well. You have to be smart about the choices that you're making. You know something's about to close. You're looking for your happiness, you're looking for your joy, you're looking for your freedom, your light, like I said. Like, this is the only thing that's important right now. Your home, your happiness, your stability, your family, the joy that all of these things, the joy of life, like living life and experiencing life and feeling awake and vibrant and energetic and, you know, just having a lust and a love for, you know, your everyday, right? Like being grateful, going out and experiencing things, going on adventure. This queen, like, that is male or female. This is, I feel it. This is you. This is your motivation. This is what you want. So you're doing whatever you can to get that, because for some reason right now there is something that is coming in your way in between you feeling like that and you creating that life for yourself. And it could be this Emperor You feel like you've lost control in a sense. You feel like you are no longer in charge of your life and who you are anymore. And you're reflecting on that, which is great. It's like, how can you get your power back? Going back to this death card. The death card is the power. The death card. By evolving, by doing away with old, outdated ways or life or whatever, and regenerating, coming back from the ashes like the phoenix, essentially. It's what the death is like, right? Like that phoenix process. You get your power back. What is the Seven of Cups? Ooh. There's a potential romance here coming through. You feel like you may be a little, I feel like for whoever's going through the romance thing, like, you don't feel in control of your life right now. Like your life feels a little unstable, and you want your happiness and you're looking for it. So, but this person is here. This potential romance is here. And it's at this point, because you feel like you don't have a lot to offer, it's only in the fantasy. It's only in the illusion. It's only in the mind. Like, it doesn't seem very, in the 3D, it seems very romanticized. And that's funny because that's the word that I was trying to say earlier. Romanticized. What else for this Seven of Cups? Oh. It's brand new, this thing. This person is brand new. Yep. They came in out of nowhere. And you know what? This person is also the catalyst and the motivation for you to get your power back. For you to get off your butt. No offense. We all go through these moments. It's just how I communicate and deliver these messages. I'm so sorry. But all in love. It's time for you to just get up and do the things, right? The things that you've been wanting to do, you know? Because there's someone here now, and there's like motivation and excitement, and it's just like, oh shit, like I have, like, let's just say, as an example, more mundane example, you have been lethargic, you have not really been keeping up with yourself, not really been keeping up with your home, just doing your daily thing or whatever, and then all of a sudden this person falls in your lap, and it's just like, bam, they're here, and you like them, and there's a lot of like emotion flowing and excitement coming through and passion or whatever, and this gets you up and you start cleaning your house and you do your, you know, your body routines to get yourself ready and prepared or whatever, right? Like, before you didn't have that motivation, nothing was pushing you to take care of yourself or be in this loving, happy place, and where you have like energy and vitality and motivation for life again. And therefore you notice that you have lost your power. This person comes in, it's just like, oh shit, like I need to get up, I need to clean, I need to do something, right? Because they're gonna come over or something like that. That's what it feels like. You could use that example in a different way, but yeah, it just seems like this person is the thing that is going to drive you to make these moves and make these changes. What is the Knight? Knight of Wands, please. King of Swords, which is the counterpart to the Queen of Swords. Oh, and that's also your card. Page of Pentacles. This is just potential. This person isn't coming with something like anything real yet. This is in the romanticized honeymoon, butterflies phase. There are certain behaviors that you have had in your past when it comes to relationship where you wouldn't give. I don't know if this is you or someone else, but I'm tapping into somebody that's like, you would have a potential romantic person situation, and you would come across cold, detached, which you can be, and there was a cap to the effort that you would give relationship in the past. If you want different, then you have to do different. If you want change, you have to create change. If you are interested, which it seems like you are, in a romantic situation with another person that obviously is coming through here, you cannot do what you've always done. You have to complete those cycles and end those behaviors, and you got to give more. It's like someone's interest is a direct, your interest is a direct reflection of the effort that you're putting in. Maybe you've always been interested in people, but you don't put effort into it, probably because there's like fear. And therefore your cycles of relationship and how you do relationship always end up the same. Okay? If you want change, create the change. Do it differently. Give more of yourself. What is this, Ace? Awareness, something's coming through, middle of this time frame. It's a big aha moment. Big moment where you see something that you needed to see. Gave you some truth about a situation. Could be a conversation between two people. What else for this ace? Yeah. There's a decision that's made here, the middle of the month. I think two people might be on the same page. Hopefully you open up and the other person opens up and you have a honest discussion about whatever this is, where you're going with it. You are surprised. You're going to be surprised at the outcome of this conversation. Oh, yes. Yep. You get your wish, okay? Whatever this is, you get your wish. It doesn't have to be romantic. If some of you are going through this type of scenario in a non-romantic way, same concept. But you get what you want after communicating with this person and coming into awareness about whether, like, where you stand, where they stand, how you feel, how they feel, something like that. And it's a surprise. You weren't expecting it. I don't feel like you expect that this person or this situation is what it is. If it's a person, I don't think you expected that they felt the same way or want the same things or want something. So it's going to be like a big moment because, again, you weren't expecting it. Like, you probably thought that this was going to be one of those usual, like it was going to play out how it always plays out. And I don't think that it's going to do that. I think this person is different. The situation is different. And this person was probably, like I said, put on your path to wake you up, motivate you again, and help you through this death rebirth process. From an energetic perspective, from a motivational perspective. Like, not to say they're going to hold your hand and walk you through it. Like I said, this is only your process. It belongs to no one else but you. But this person, because of who they are, what they represent to you, something like that, they were able to, again, get you off the couch or something, right? Like you stood up and you're like, okay, let me do the things now. Two of what? Wands? I was going to say something else. I forgot. What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say, be careful with like the idea that this is too much work. What else do you have to do, Aquarius? Tell me, do you have something more important to do? Knight of Pentacles, which is right here. Yeah, you're making the decision to do better for your life and have better for yourself. And get out of some type of lack that you feel that you're in. Good job. Devil. Here's that Hanged Man. This moment, this stop, this halt, it is definitely to get you out of some behaviors that are just not going to help with the direction that you're going on. Okay? And it's going to take work to get out of the devil stuff. But you're going to come out a new person. Like you're going to be, it's going to create new opportunities, and you're going to be able to approach life differently. And again, with the Fool, like if you get out of some of these lower behaviors and you go through this death rebirth process or whatever, like you're going to, hopefully, you let go of the control and you have the blind faith and take the risks and make the moves that are necessary for the next era, for the next phase of your life here with the Fool, right? So again, the Death card is saying you have to step back and think about your behaviors and how you approach things, work on transforming and transmuting, changing those behaviors so you can be more open and take risk and make moves and start something new here. This awareness about this conversation, or the truth somehow comes out with this Ace of Swords between you and another person. This is also going to, yeah, I mean, just like I've been saying, this person is helping you by their sheer presence in your life to change and transform, which is beautiful. It's great. It's awesome. And this is a Queen of Cups type of person, so they may be a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or have watery elements. Could also be someone's mother helping them through this as well, or some sort of maternal figure. Hanged Man, as the chaos arises at the end of the month, the best thing to do is nothing. Don't engage. Don't react, respond, retaliate, whatever. Just watch. Truth. You're going to see people's true colors. I'm hearing something about that. You're going to see who is your support system and who is not. You're going to be able at this point during the Hangman process of eliminating chaos, eliminating distraction, eliminating people, situations, energy that is no longer good for you. So you can be very clean and clear again in your path. And just focused on your emotional fulfillment, the people, your support system, the stuff in your life that makes you happy. This King of Wands is going to have a decision presented to them at the end of the month. So you are King of Wands, to clarify the King of Wands. You're passionate about this thing, all right? But at some point, indecision comes knocking at your door. There's a choice, decision to be made. And at this point, this King of Wands is like, I don't know what to choose. Whoa. Be careful with the old, cold, ways of being where you're detached, you're aloof, a little mean, and you don't give and make effort. If you really want this thing, whatever this like indecision comes through and you start to like go back and forth in your mind, probably a conversation, somebody wants the truth about something, and maybe you're not comfortable giving truth about something because you're just all you want to feel is the passion. You don't want, at this point, at least on this day or these days, you don't want to really like dive in deep. So then you go cold. Be careful with that, because that could throw someone off. What is the 5? Oh yeah, someone feels sad about that. Someone feels let down. Where did the Temperance come in? The Temperance came in here with the Star. This big moment of like realization. You have this opportunity to get exactly what you want. This has to do with this person. There's at this point at the end of the month, because this person wants to have a talk and get truth of something, it starts to create this indecision within you, and then you just start to create a little bit of mess and chaos. And it's like balance is needed, consideration, cooperation, compassion is needed here if you want to continue this thing. You have to think about how the other person feels. And this could be vice versa. I don't know who I'm speaking to, right? But somebody has to think about how the other person feels. When you are in a relationship, there's 2 people, right? 2 people. So there is something about how they are feeling that you have to think about, or you want to think about, you should think about, because you may lose them or lose their interest. All right. Well, I mean, it's a beautiful reading. There's big changes happening. Change is needed. Change is part of life. Okay. I hope that I'm speaking to the group of Aquarians who are, like I said, anticipated coming. You've been working on it, like being prepared for it. So you can navigate these changes to the best of your ability. And when you feel these low vibe, previous, bad behaviors coming through, you just want to catch them and check yourself. All right. Because again, if you want change and you want this thing or this new creation, this new path, wherever it is that you're going, you cannot do certain things. You cannot, like, there's certain things about you that you have to change. You cannot bring that with you. So there is a level of being brave and taking risk here and getting your power back for sure. All right. I would encourage you also to like check back in this reading like in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, something like that. So you can see the progress, see where you're at, and see like if you need any additional motivation to help you through a process, because this death process, as it starts to happen and creep up on you, it can throw you off if you're not good with change. Okay. So just know everything's all right. This is for the greater good. It's for the greater good of your life. Flow with it, allow it, accept it, embrace it. Cool. Check out your rising sign, your moon sign, your partner sign. I appreciate your time and energy. Today's reading, press the thumbs up button if you got anything out of today's reading. I would appreciate it. Good luck with all of this, and we'll see you on the next one.